Yes, the magical gameplay scene. We're on the gameplay scene. Yay! Yay! BANCV versus YOINK. And this is why I find out I've got the teams on the wrong way around, isn't it? Alright, here we go. So, BANCV going to be bringing Ohio for El Snackman, Yamato for Angel Stone, Yoshi EU in the Minotaur, Anlai Tung in the Moskva, Sneaky Snack in the Nevsky, Kinimod in the Stalingrad, Strangers in the Gear Ring, RNG Samurai in the Daring, Blood Legend in the Kleber. And then for YOINK, we're going to be seeing I Love El Snackman in the Ohio. Yamato for 069 Toshika 96. Monogatous in the Des Moines. Salem for Tova. Climax in the Moskva. Gearing for Flaxa. Daring for Tambo. CV's in a refined state for the Kleber. And Kai's Biz in the Haragumo. So 4 DD strategy for YOINK. That's a lot of DDs. So probably going to be running... I don't know. 4 DDs? Like, look at the health advantage we're going to be seeing already. Like, that's, you know, that's a lot of extra health on the hands of BANCV here. So, right, where are you putting this Haragumo? Are you going to be just dropping a smoke train for like, up here? Or what is your plan, Mr. Haragumo? Probably just, like, part of this, like, farming kiting type stuff? I don't know. We'll find out. So we're going to see Strangers heading towards the C cap with the Nevsky. We're going to be seeing the Gearing, Nevsky, Smoke combo. Stalingrad for Kinimod, going to be parking against this island. Daring going to be contesting B cap. Snackman heading over to the A cap along with the Radar Minotaur for Yoshi, a Kleber for Blood Legend, and a Moscow for Anling. Actually, this could still be a remote Minotaur. I'm just making assumptions here. Could even be a legendary Minotaur. Kleber for CVs in the files. Windows has an update for me. Not now, Windows. Thank you very much. Kleber for CVs in the files. Alright, anyway. So, Haragumo for MKViz can just like sail across here, drop a smoke screen, get this Des Moines up this island. Kleber going to be getting here very early, and these two are going to have a spotting exchange if they want to get too aggressive. Ohio for I Love El Snackman's going to be backing up his Des Moines and Haragumo, so he'll be trading off against the Ohio for El Snackman. So we will be seeing I Love El Snackman trading with Snackman. 2 Darings in the B cap going to be contesting each other. Radar comes out from Kinimod. Force the Daring away. Meanwhile, over at the C cap, we see the Gearing of Flaxet. And then we see Sneaky Snack being smoked up by Strangers in the Gearing. Shots out towards the Daring. Do get a little bit of chip damage on him, but it's nothing too painful. Look at shot at. Is he spotted? He's still caught in the radar. Wait, no. Yeah, he's still caught in the radar. Now he's not. Alright, smoke screen. Torpedoes heading up towards the smoke screen for Flaxa towards this Nevsky, but I think he's already well angled out. Yeah, he should be able to dodge all of these. Stranger's going to be popping a radar. Going to be catching Flaxa in it. Does get a little bit of chip damage onto him. Going to get the resets. Going to force him out of that cap. Stranger's then going to be taking up Hitler's opportunity to try and get in there himself. Meanwhile, over at the A cap, we are going to see the Klebers of Blood Legend and CVs are in a final state. Going to be sitting here, trading here. Shots out from the Ohio of El Snackman as well, trying to get him before he gets to the border. He's just going to disengage. I think the Minotaur of Yoshi EU still has shots, but I don't think he's opening up. It's not worth the suffering to get there. Are going to be dropping tops over there as well. Going to try and catch Blood Legend on his way back out from this island. But basically, this Kleber here is unmovable right now. Like, if you want to try and get your Des Moines up to that, you have to risk this Kleber rush. Quite pivotal. Still going to be getting shots onto this Kleber on the border here for CV's in a fine state. Ohio does get some shots into him as well. A quick look about the menu. It looks like Sneaky Snack might have taken a torpedo on that smoke screen from the Gearing of Flaxa. Yeah, Blood Legend is going to be trying to hold down this island. CV's in a fine state, going to try and spot him again. Going to be waiting. Like, this Des Moines will get into a position to Hydra him, but there will also be, like, this Minotaur waiting over here. So we're going to be seeing these 2 Ohios just waiting to see him get their crossfire into the pushing cruisers. As you can see, that's a very painful looking angle if he does get shot. Although his guns are rotated towards the C cap right now, so. Looking for shots on the Salem? Got shots on the Salem? Could be painful. That Salem just moves slightly out of the way. dodges them all. But yeah, Blood Legend, again, trading with the CV of trading with a Kleber of CVs in a fine state. He's just going to top, he's going to dodge out the way of that. You're going to eat that fire temporarily. That was a Damacon. Radar out from the Des Moines, going to be picking up the Kleber, and also the Minotaur is going to get spotted. So the Minotaur is just like, alright, I'll open up now, want the CVs in a fine state. Park ass in. We expect to see the shots coming in from Isle of El Snackman any second on the Minotaur. Let's see if he can dodge it. And dodged. Right, so back over at the C cap. C cap has been taken by YOINK, but that's met by the B cap being owned by BANCV right now, and then you have Kinney Mod ready to force a radar to stop anybody trying to retake it. Since you also have Anlai Tung over here with a nice little angle towards the middle to get any sort of crossfire on or whatever is going to be blocked up by trying to cap it. Snackman being farmed a little bit by the Des Moines and the Haragumo. But I don't really think you can do much with that. You have 2 ships pinned behind this island right now. 3 ships pinned behind this island, and they're not really getting much value out of it because they still don't have the A cap. You have 3 ships holding off 2, and this Moskva position here from Anlai Tung, he can actually have an impact on the other side of the map, whereas these guys are just sat here having no impact at all. Apart from maybe farming El Snackman, but Snackman's going to go for the shots on the bow. Doesn't manage to lob it. Haragumo and Kleber looking to be moving towards the cap, trying to make a play, but we do see the daring RNG Sama ready to go and counterplay that. Just force them back out if you guys just try to get in there. The daring of Tambo healing up a little bit. Looks like he's going to be trying to reverse back into the cap. No, he's just dropping some preemptive torps. I think he might try and come in a second. Oh, he was radar and forced away. Oh wait, no, he wasn't. That was on to Yamato. Alright, smokescreen for the Salem of Tobar. It's going to be sat here, long range trading with Sneaky Snack. Strangers, please don't eat a torpedo. Whoa, Strangers eats a torpedo. That's... Come on, Strangers, you're better than that. Alright, now we see some action over at the A cap. We see all of the brawling. Kleber and Haragumo both caught in the radar. From Minotaur. Minotaur not going to be getting punished much in return. Blood Legend going to be coming out to take shots against the Kleber as well. And then we also have RNG Sama is going to be opening up on the Haragumo. Haragumo is in a world of suffering right now. He's got shots coming in from 3 different angles. Ohio also going to have shots as well. I think this might be the end of the Haragumo. 1,200 HP. 700, and he goes down, and then RNG Sama's got himself inside the cap. Should be able to take this without too much of an issue. The Des Moines is going to be able to radar him, but what's that? Yeah, he will get the range on it, but I think he might already use that during the brawl there. So RNG Sama going to be taking the cap underneath the nose of the Des Moines, and then getting himself out to safety. We do see the Hydra coming out, so he is Hydraing the Kleber right now, but nobody has shots on that. BANCV going to be in complete control of the A cap now. There's not really much that YOINK can do about it. It's fair enough, you have your Des Moines here, but he's you let BANCV cap even with your Des Moines here. CV's in a fine state, has not got the health to really contest against both the Daring and the Kleber at the same time. So BANCV with the Minotaur here as well, they can rotate a couple of ships off to go help over the A flank. We do see the gearing of Flaxa is going to be taking the B cap right under the nose of Kinnywad as well, though. RNG Sama going to be making his way towards the B cap to try and contest that. But RNG Sama taking the torpedo on the stern. Some nice torpedoes that this gearing's been dropping. He's managed to tow both Strangers and RNG Sama so far. Anlai going to be squeezing himself in between these and not going to take any more. So it's better that the gearing takes it and heals it than the Moscow just takes a wall of them. So the Kleber of Blood Legend looks like you might be getting into a position to try and make a rush onto the Des Moines of Mono. We also see the Minotaur coming up behind him with him. I think they're both getting ready to go for it. Yeah, here we see. But the problem is, this Des Moines will be running the Legendary module, so he's going to come around that corner, and El Snackman's just shot already, so I think he's going to wait for the next reload of El Snackman so they can force the acceleration round. Nope, we're going to be seeing the Minotaur, going to be engaging, getting the shots at the stern of the Des Moines. It's a very, very slow rush. That's hanging on a knife edge there. We also see the daring of Tambor is going to be farming Anlight and El Snackman for a second, but more shots coming in towards the Des Moines. That Des Moines should be getting dislodged from there relatively soon. Whether they force the Kleber around or just try to shoot over with the Minotaur and the Ohio, he's getting dislodged somehow. Score-wise, if it stays this way right now, we are going to see YOINK still going to be, like, are in the lead. They have 2 caps taken BANCV's 1, but they should be able to, once this Des Moines gets dislodged, should be able to exert more pressure on the B cap and retake this. Eric from RNG, Sam, I'm going to be like shooting at the Salem. Salem taking a big hit there from something. I'm not entirely sure what. Nevsky. Yamato. Oh, he just goes down. Ohio from El Snackman just going to be like, you know what? Slap. Screw you. That'll be a radar from Kinnymod that caught him there. Now that like this gearing smoke train there just was to try and get the Salem into a more aggressive position, but he just sailed directly into a crossfire, got radared, and then Yamato and Ohio and just everything just slapped them all over. Like, that was a very aggressive push for very little reason. Nevsky gonna be popping a radar, gonna be catching Flaxer in it. I think Flaxer might be able to get out the back end of that radar fine. He'll take a bit of a chunk on the way there, and that damage will not be healable. The gearing does not have a repair party. The Angel Stone going to be taking shots at the Moskva as well. Do that, so you could do the dirty on Climax as well. Yeah, could have been worse. Right, so back over to Des Moines. He is still being whittled down. We're going to see the Ohio of El Snackman just pushing around and just... Yeah, that's a very dead-looking Des Moines. Like, he just shoots straight through the bow of this Des Moines. He's going to be very distracted by that. So we have Yoshi ready to go. If this Des Moines reverses too much, Yoshi has his broadside. There we go, straight through the bow of the Des Moines from El Snackman. He does take a lot of damage in the process. I think he might have eaten a chunk from the Yamato of... the Yamato over there, and also, I guess, the Isle of El Snackman's Ohio? El Snackman going to be very low on health now. He needs to try and get himself up against this island to block shots from all angles. Kleber going to be opening up as well. Like, one fire could be the end of the El Snackman. There is the one fire. Shoots back, trying to get some chip damage in return. Fair shot. Minotaur opening up on the Kleber, but he's perfectly stern in, so the majority of these shells are going to ricochet. Like, Snackman has got his heal going. He should be able to get himself to safety, but he might be out of the battle for quite a while. Daring is going to be contesting each other in the B cap, just holding that neutral. If it stays the way it is, BANCV are up 3 ships and up 180 points, so they should, well, 160, yeah. Should be going... You know, they've taken control of the A cap. As long as they don't lose this Ohio or lose this Moskva to torpedoes. Okay, they ran out just in the nick of time there. RNG Sam are going to be dumping torpedoes towards this gearing, and the smoke's going to be popping a hydro. The daring of Tambora is going to be trying to get some shots into him, but forced out. We do see the Kleber burns down El Snackman. That's not exactly what they wanted. I love El Snackman, on the other hand, is also suffering in return. The Kleber of Blood Legend and Yoshi use Minotaur going to be taking chunks out of the side of him. He's also now very broadside to Stalingrad. Big chunk from Stalingrad. Yamato of Angel Stone should have a shot as well to finish him off if they still have vision. Oh, they do have still vision. He's just fired. And... not quite enough to take him down, but he should be going down to this. 2,000. Oh, meanwhile, gearing torpedoed RNG Sama and flooded him out. So, yeah, this gearing's on form. 3 torpedo hits at least on destroyers so far. Right. Anleitung, 4 torpedoes heading towards his bow. A big chunk through the bow from the Yamato. So right now, this is in the hands of YOINK. We have the Kleber of Blood Legend ready to make a rotation. Maybe going to go try and catch out the Kleber of Seaweeds that are in a fine state. He should win this engagement. He has a slightly more health advantage. He also has a Minotaur to back him up. But they have no interest in it. They need to like move up, get themselves in towards the B cap, try and block points. You have 5 minutes left to go in this game, and they need points. Or, if they can get one more kill, that might just be enough. Right, let's have a quick reassessment. So yeah, we see this line being formed here. Just zoning them out. They need to try and catch something, so they need to send Minato of Yoshi up around the back to try and get a hold of this Kleber. Like, he can't stealth radar him, or the daring. Just but has to be careful of this Yamato while he's going there. Or, option 2, Anlai reverses back here, because he's just like... Right, Anlai is floating points. He's out of the battle. He's just going to go behind here. He's going to live here for the rest of the game. The only thing he's going to do is possibly come out for one sneaky broadside shot on something that's passing him. Like, but he has to time that. He has one salvo, and he has to make it count if he does it. He's out of the battle with his 5,000 health. Well, there's his radar out. Doesn't quite pick up the daring, I don't think. Switch views. Yeah, it doesn't catch the daring.
The enemy is about to win.
Tense little situation we have here. The Climax is zoning out both Strangers and Sneaky Snack right now. If they can get Strangers into the cap, even if it's just a block, that should be enough for... Oh wait, no, they need more than just a block now. They need an actual cap now. I mean, they do have a lot more health. It's just actually finding the opportunities to take these ships down. Oh, here we see the Minato from Yoshi getting a nice little angle to fall over this Yamato, who doesn't have vision in return. Or apparently does have vision in return, just doesn't have an angle to shoot him. But now they have like this crossfire forming around the daring of Tambor. You have the Minato here, you have the Kleber here, you have the Stalingrad here, you have the Nevsky here. They have shots from all angles. Even the Moskva here can like catch him if he tries to run up this way. Blood Legends Kleber going to be getting caught in front of CVs that are in a fine state. He's also going to get shots into his broadside from the gearing. Ends up in a 2v1, but the Yamato of Angelstone sniping the Kleber, and the Yamato in return sniping Blood Legends Kleber. Yamato sniping Kleber's dead high in a nutshell. Angelstone going to be forcing his way in the cap. He's going to be eating several torpedoes on his way in from Flaxa. Daring of Fambo going to be getting absolutely pulverized by this Minato. He's going to try and bow tank the last few shots, but like, you know, he's down to 400 health. There he goes, straight through the superstructure. Alright, so we have a very low health Blood Legend and a Wall of Skill going to be taken... Kinnymod! Oh, Kinnymod getting dev struck by single fire torpedoes. And well, Flaxat versus Angelstone. Secondaries. Flaxa, 491 versus 357. Angelstone goes down. Flaxa also goes down. Okay. Oh, this is a bloodbath. Right, we have the Moskva, the very low health Moskva, who's like now actually one of the tankier ships on the team. Right, they need to force their way into B and block the points like as soon as possible. If they can block points in one of these two caps, they should be able to win the game. They have like the advantage just from ship health. So Yoshi, ooh, Yoshi, you do have to worry about that Yamato though. As long as Sneaky or Strangers can spot this Yamato, so Yoshi can tell exactly what angle is. Like Yoshi should be able to just like, you know, play Ring Around the Roses around this side because they need more than blocking again. They need the full cap. Full cap or a kill. Oh boy. Sneaky Snack opening up on the Yamato. Radar out from the Moskva to try and catch Strangers as well. So we know exactly where the Yamato is for BANCV, so they're going to try and smuggle Yoshi into this cap. But that's not going to be enough, they need the kill. They don't even have enough time to get the kill. Yeah, they have 39 seconds to get a kill. I don't see where it can come from. 36 seconds. Like, the only thing they can possibly do is have Yoshi torpedo rush this Yamato. Or have the Yamato turn broadside to the Moskva and eat chunks, but I don't think that's... Oh, sneaky! Obliterated. Game over. Oh. Well. There's an upset. Game 1. Going to YOINK. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a series. Wow. Oh, let's, so... Piece of that battle's victory. A number of torpedo hits from the destroyers. Like, the gearing of Flagship completely on form during that battle. They needed to get Yoshi into that cap earlier. They needed to get something into the B cap earlier. But this is the thing. This has always been what BANCV do, is, you know, you think you're going to beat them on points, and then all of a sudden, all of their ships come out of nowhere and roll over you at the same time, and you're just like, oh, okay, hi, how have we lost 3 ships? But it just didn't happen that good. Like, we saw the brawl in the middle. Like, that's the classic BANCV brawl. Like, things are just dying everywhere as, like, everything's being distracted, but, like, there was equal counterplay from both sides. That was... wow. Let's have a look at the next map. Let's have a look at the next map. So, Northern Waters, that was our previous map, which has gone in favor of YOINK. Our next map is going to be Crash Zone Alpha. Possibly going to be seeing some smoke play again, around the One-Line Islands. You're going to be seeing... I can't pretend to predict what BANCV is going to do. I also can't pretend to predict what YOINK's going to do. We just saw a 4DD comp, which won. Although the Haraguma really didn't do anything effective. Yeah, the Kleber trade, the 2 Yamato were sniping the 2 Klebers. Wow. That was very... Welcome to the Deadeye Metal, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know if they were Deadeye range, but... Let's just take moments to decompress. Let's decompress. Much decompress. So yeah, yeah. Analysis. This is the kind of professional analysis you expect to see next weekend. Right, so I think what happened there is, like, on the sea flank, Strangers just like got like the torpedoes that the 2 destroyers took. It kind of just forced them away, because then you were left with them like having to try to navigate this minefield of Moskva, Daring, and Gearing all trying to spot you, and you're gonna lose the health trade because they have the Moskva with the firepower, and just like they basically kept the sneaky snack and Strangers zoned off, which was their plan all along. They wanted to win the A cap and then rotate into B, but when they finally got the B rotation in, it was already too late. They'd already let points tick too long in the middle, so by the time the rotation finally came over, they needed more points than they could possibly obtain, and then the Moskva, like, having to make the play to try and get the Yamato, ended up getting... That was the Nevsky, sorry. The Nevsky trying to kill the Yamato, like, dying at the Moskva at the end. Yeah, it just got a bit messy towards the end. When you have to make plays, things get really dirty. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right, there we go. Sorry, just had to have a quick drink there. What we're expecting to see on Crash Zone Alpha as our second map of this best of 3 series. Now, standard strategies on Crash Zone Alpha generally revolves around trying to get control of the 10 line, trying to get control of the 1 line, trying to be able to force your ships to get around the map corners. Like, just force your ships around the map corners so you can start enveloping, forming crossfires to try and take out the static cruisers that you'll be seeing positioned at the islands, pointing towards the A and C caps. Middle, I expect to see more of the daring. I also expect to see the radar Minotaurs might come back into play. Probably a bit of Salem, probably a bit of Des Moines, maybe a bit of Haragumo, maybe a bit of YOINK for the smoke play, gearing as well. What was our ship bans on this map as well? Sorry, in the Special 3, the ship bans were Z52 and Conqueror, so we're not going to be seeing any weird Z52s going through the middle, as we've been seeing in the last couple of days, but it's, yeah, probably, I genuinely don't know. Let's have a look back in the training room and see who's been subbed in. I see Henning coming into the training room. They're bringing in the A team. Who they're swapping out for him though? Swapping out Snackman for Darth Henning. Bringing in Point as well. Bringing in Shriver and Goat Wizard. There's a big old shuffle going on. BANCV have a lot of players. And they're all really good. Got Sama getting swapped out as well. Stranger staying in. So basically, what we learned: don't eat torpedoes and destroyers. Got it. Okay, everybody can eat. Oh, that's nice. I've got Yesod calling me a drug addict on the official King of the Sea Discord. That's nice of you, Yesod. Thank you very much. Apparently he doesn't like being compared to the Beatles. Right, let's have a look. See what other games have gone here as well, because I can open up the Magical Tournament website and see if anybody's updated it yet. Tournament. Group stage. Alright, BANCV are ready. YOINK are not quite ready yet. They're still reshuffling something. TTK Cube have gone 1-0 over Spuds. RORN have gone 1-0 over Snack. Leo have gone 1-0 over Torres. Oh boy have gone 1-0 over LBF. And I think that's all that we've got so far. We might get budged off the Throw versus Grey game. I'll find out in a bit. To be honest, I kind of expected this game to go 2-0. Kind of expected it 2-0. But I kind of expected it to be a 2-0 in favor of BANCV. I didn't expect YOINK to put up such a performance there. We're still waiting on one guy from YOINK to ready up. I need to learn how to do the monkey dance. Like Stats always used to say, it's like, yeah, there's a stream I need to learn how to do the monkey dance. But like, you just need to sit there and fill time and just. Alright, there we go. Anyway, I did the monkey dance. It's fine, you didn't see. Right. So, game 2, BANCV versus YOINK. Underway. Gameplay. Right, so TV, Angel Stone for the Ohio, Darth Henning with the Ohio, Blood Legendary in the Des Moines, Goat Wizard and Anlight Tongue in Moskvas, Sneaky Snack in Nevsky, Striver in the Gearing, Strangers in the Shimakaze, or Strangers is the Shimakaze, one of the two, and Point in the Haragumo. So the Haragumo is probably going to be paired up with the Des Moines or the Nevsky. One, he's going to be either trying to do a smoke push around the one corner or like just a kiting force. Then we see conversely, we're going to be seeing double Yamato for Yoink, and then they're going to be running double Des Moines, Venezia, Moscow, Gearing, Kleber, and Haragumo. So we're seeing a lot of Haragumos for these smoke trains. Of course, like, since the last King of the Sea, we have seen two major changes. Firstly, we've seen the commander rework, and secondly, we've seen the removal of the BBAP, full pen damage to the Haragumo, which was a thing. So you would need full penetration damage from BBAP on the Haragumos. Not anymore. It's on Slimline. It's got the rest of the Destroyer treatment. Makes it slightly more viable. It's a very shiny looking Haragumo. Very spacey looking Des Moines. Right, let's see. So initial deployment is going to be sending Point and the Haragumo towards the B cap? No. Yeah, towards the B cap. Are you going to be smoking somebody in? Who? Oh, this is interesting. Dropping a smoke screen for the Moskva of Anlai. That's an interesting. And then equally we're seeing a smoke screen back for the Des Moines. Okay, so we're going to be seeing some very interesting stuff. Both teams doing a smoke train between BC with the Haragumos. Where did this strategy come from? Okay. This is new. This is novel. The thing is, though, CVs are in a fine state is also going to be like coming around here with the Haragumo, so they have much more upfront firepower if a DD brawl happens. They also have a Des Moines instead of a Moskva, so they can like if an engagement happens here between these two destroyer forces, I don't see it ending well for BANCV. Quick look here. Radar out from the Des Moines. Gonna be spotting that Haragumo. Nothing should have shots on him though. We see a counter radar coming back in. We see the Clever and the Haragumo going to be making their way around this corner. CV is in a fine state and the Clever getting absolutely chunked. They see the Moskva now. It's like, okay. Torpedoes out from the Haragumo from Point. Gonna be completely whiffing. Torpedoes from CV's in a file state. Gonna be dumped in return. Gonna be dev striking Point. There's not really much you can do. Oh, no, he only takes one of them. And he goes down. Point also managing to go down as well, but we see the torpedoes heading towards the bow of Anlai Tung's Moskva. 3 torpedo hits. The Haragumo going to be pelting HE into the side of him. Shots out from over towards the sea cap, and all the wall of torpedoes as well from the gearing. I didn't even see the gearing. The gearing's torpedoes came through that gap. Well, not through that gap. I think he must have turned up that way, dumped the torps, and then went out. But yeah. BANCV down the ship, but they might still be able to catch out the Haragumo. They might be able to finish them off, but they have managed to get their Des Moines, their static radar cruiser into this position here. They're going to be holding this. Yeah. Second, oof, ouch. Angel Stone with the spotter plate up catches the Haragumo and finishes them off. Yeah, both Haragumos down. Kleber and the Moskva down as well. That was a lot of early brawling that I didn't quite expect to see. Alright, meanwhile, over at the sea cap, Flax are going to be dumping torpedoes towards this smoke screen down by Shriver. He's going to also be taking the sea cap. We've seen the Nevsky putting his radar out. See if we get the resets. Going to get the resets. Going to force him out of the cap at least. Torpedoes towards Angel Stone, I think, are a bust. Right, so Shriver should be able to make his way into the cap now. They have nothing to spot him. They forced back Nevsky of Flexer, so this should mean Shriver can just take the cap quite freely. The Venezia can't really do anything spotting wise. Let's just make sure that he doesn't eat a wall of torpedoes. Oh god, he's eating a wall of torpedoes. Sneaky snack. One. Just the one torpedo. Okay. I think a lot of Nevsky's eating torpedoes. Fairly understandable. It's the giant smoke magnet. It always has been. It's like, oh look, where should I torpedo? I know there's a giant smoke screen over there. Let's do it there. You've seen these U-shaped smoke screens, so the radar cruiser can go in, pop his radar, and turn back out and still be unspotted. But yeah, we're gonna see some trading between Blood Legend and Tovar. Tovar gonna get absolutely pelted. Tovar gonna get stuck through the bow by Angel Stone. Oh wait, is that through the? Yeah, it's through. Ouch, ouch. Right, well, there goes that Des Moines. Blood Legend also going to be suffering a bit, though. He should be able to take it. Now he's in a bow on trade with the Moskva. At this range, I think the Des Moines out deep. Well, he does. The Des Moines starts out DPMing. Gets any further away, the Moskva might start winning, but does have the Shimakaze of Strangers to bottom up, so he's gonna like go down here and just start trying to dump torpedoes into the Moskva to try to dislodge him. So this Des Moines is going to be very hard to dislodge from here. So they're just going to be like, this is C cap, I mean B cap, this is mine now, I'm going to have it. Yeah, like to get rid of this Des Moines, you're going to have to either send this Ohio down through here, or just like try and farm it down, but these guys don't have range on each other. We do see a little tickle on the Goat Wizard as well. That must have been from the amount of I Level Snackman. No, I Level Snackman's going to be shooting at Angel Stone this time. Yeah, fair chunk. Actually, a fucking massive chunk, about 20k he's just lost there. You know, we do see that Stryro did manage to take that C-cap as expected. There's not going to be much going on over here. Probably another smoke screen getting dumped down to hold the Nevsky and just force these a little bit further back. The Ohio of Darth Henning. Oh. I think they might be sending the Ohio of Darth Henning and the Ohio of Angel Stone to try and get a pincer attack going on this Des Moines and take B in the process. So they're going to have, like, I expect, yeah, Flaxer expects it. He's already dumping torpedoes there, expecting to see it coming. Like, he's expecting this push onto the Des Moines. So that's prediction, that is. I don't know if he'll... Yeah, he might catch, like, 2 torpedoes on one, but it'd be interesting time if he does it. Meanwhile, back over here, we're going to be seeing the trading coming. Moskva Goat Wizard and the Des Moines Blood Legend going to be trying to farm down Climax in the Moskva, and the Yamato. Are you going to beach on that corner there? Yeah, you're going to keep going though. Sorry. Yeah, here we see Angel Stone going to start marching down here. He's going to be backed up by Blood Legend. I mean, sorry, by Darth Henning. So these two, like, this is a dead Des Moines. It might take a while, but he's dead. He just doesn't know it yet. I mean, I Love El Snackman in the Yamato is going to try and, like, hold it off. But you can see where the play is going. Torpedo trade's not going to really do much. They're just going to miss each other repeatedly. See the Hydros on for Sneaky Snack, and the Venezia's going to be pushing around the 10 line. So they're going to try and, like, he's going to try and put a smoke screen down there just to hold the zone, and then wait for the gearing to try and come contest this cap, radar it, force it back, to even kill it. Because theoretically, the Venezia should never be able to see this gearing. Ooh, unless you eat a torpedo. Didn't quite eat a torpedo that time, but geez. Is that cross map shots from Darth Henning trying to take down the Moskva? It is. Oh, and he can wax him for 30k. That Moskva is suffering. He's not going to be much longer. I also see torpedoes coming out from Strangers. Are they at a nice enough angle? Yeah, they are. I think these torpedoes might catch him. Check in a second. But in the background, we see the gearing is going to be trading. Sneaky Stack going to catch a radar onto Flaxic. Let's just take... Oh, there we go. Ohio of Darth Henning sniping across... Get the Moskva. The Moskva didn't even need to get the torpedoes. Like, Henning's just like, you know, alright, I can make that shot. Water plane up, and then just straight over here. Now we see the Yamato is in full-on panic retreat mode. Like, run away, run away, run away. Meaning that this Des Moines has no cover now. And we see Angel Stone slowly advancing. He doesn't expect to see it coming. He's got his guns waiting that way. He's expecting to be rushed at any second by something coming from this way. No idea that Angel Stone's coming over to get him. Oh, he knows he's coming now. Angel Stone putting the spotter up, see if he can find the angle for him. Darth Henning going to be starting the march down that way. Shots coming out through the bow, overmatch. And the rear guns. Takes down most of his health, but he's still alive, so he's going to take a lot of punishment in return for this. Yamato is going to be joining on the crossfire of Angel Stone as well, but we're just waiting on these guns reloading. Mono has to leave his cover. He's now in range for the Mosque fire as well. Yamato with Isle of State, like, it's a very, like, painful crossfire for Angel Stone right now. Ow. Angel Stone might go down here as well. That wasn't part of the plan, I think. Don't think Angel Stone's going to be able to get a ram off or anything either. So now we're going to be seeing one battleship down for BANCV. We do have Darth Henning capping B in the middle, though. Now, we have a 2-cap advantage because C is also just being capped by strangers. They did cede control over the C cap to YOINK, but I think they should be able to retake this. It depends. Like, the Venezia is farming down the Nevsky because he's bought it on the open, but they have the radar. They can catch out Flaxer. As long as Striver can maintain his stern towards Venezia, he can win a gun engagement with the other gearing at some point because there's nothing else backing him up. Just the Yamatos. I mean, I'm not sneezing at the presence of Yamatos, but, you know. Torpedoes towards Darth Henning didn't quite catch him this time either. But he is in a battleship 2v1 right now. Like, Des Moines, Blood Legend, and the Moskva Goat Wizard eventually can get some shots in, but not quite yet. Well, the Moskva's getting shots in, but still. Right, radar out from Sneaky Snake, gonna be trying to catch Flaxer. Flaxer just gonna be shooting now. He's like, okay, I need to help out. I'm gonna just shoot at Darth Henning and try and win this trade. He has some torpedoes for you. Make some awkward turns. Catch my torpedoes, please. Dump some torpedoes towards the smoke screen as well, because they want to be expecting it. Actually, they don't have. Wait, they're just not interested. Shots out into the smoke screen of the Nevsky does get a chunk onto him, but nothing too major. Sneaky's just going to go into full-on retreat now. Alright, so the torpedoes towards Darth Henning. These could be painful. I think he's just going to go for the ram. Is it time for Henning speed? Is he going to make it? Do they know? It's like, oh look, it's Henning. Of course he's going to try to ram. Let's torp across where he's going to be trying to ram. 1, 2. It might be still time for Henning speed. Where is the other Yamato? The other Yamato's there. It's still overmatched the bow, but 4,000. No ramming. But strangers gonna be like, okay, I'll just finish it myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 torpedo hits. And that leaves this Yamato at the mercy of strangers. So back over here, we're gonna be seeing the Nevsky gonna try and just Nevsky dodging between the Venezia torpedoes. Dumping his own torpedoes back towards Venezia. That leaves these two gearings to have their own engagement. The Venezia versus Nevsky 1v1. Venezia, with a perfect torpedo dispersion, just goes straight through the middle of them. Taking shots into the smoke screen, going to be taking a massive chunk out of the back of Sneaky Snack. Yeah, this game looks like it should be BANCVs for the taking, unless, like, Hamburg can make a miracle happen. He can still take down this Nevsky. If he takes down the Nevsky, then these two can probably make a play onto Striver.
The enemy is about to win.
But they'd still have to make some miracles happen over here, because he's still got this blob of 3 ships. Unless Goat Wizard makes a dodgy turn or something, which... Oof! Okay, that was Bowset. That looked painful. Goat Wizard should win this trade. If not, Strangers is ready and waiting. With his wall of torpedoes here. There we go, double torpedoes from Strangers, going to be taking down the other Yamato. And this just leaves us with the gearing and the Venezia. The Venezia might eat some torpedoes. Nope, didn't. It dodged straight through them. Again. Right.
in 5 minutes.
So Flaxer gonna get spotted. Gonna run away. Right, so yeah, they need to make something happen. He needs to get this kill on the Nevsky and then needs to make a miracle happen immediately afterwards. I think this game is going to go 1-1. I'm just gonna go make a note. Am I being pinged? No, okay, I'm being pinged for something unimportant. Right, sorry, I need to go let the throw guys know that I'm not gonna make game 3 there, game 1 of their game, because we have game 3. So, game 2 goes to BANCV, so that's a 1-1, 1-1 so far, which, you know, this game was significantly less brawly. Well, it wasn't actually significantly less brawly. It's just all the brawling happened at the start of the game unexpectedly, and then it was like a much more slower paced afterwards. So key things in that battle, that brawl at the start with the two Haragumas when they were trying to force which Des Moines got where, that double Ohio push onto the Des Moines and dislodged that in the middle. C-Cap was just a complete non-issue. C-Cap didn't exist. The positioning of Darth Henning in the B-Cap, ready to go for that Des Moines, and then just holding him there just long enough. He's like, actually, let's not go just yet. I see shots on that Moskva. I'm gonna like lob all of these islands, and then we're gonna like, you know, I'm gonna lob all of these islands and just kill that Moskva, and then strangers with the beautiful torpedoes on the Yamato twice. It's like, you know, Henning didn't manage to get his ram off, and I'm sure that's the one thing he wanted to happen. Is like, I need my ram. I need my ram. I am Darth Ramming. You know, Quagsire of the Ram. But yeah, like, it was overall that was a fun battle. The Nevsky and the gearing at C-Cap, I didn't expect the Nevsky to take so much damage from the Venezia, just blind in the smoke screen. So, like, even without a radar, just the spotting trades, like, the Venezia just winning that, like, even with the Nevsky's radar, that was quite impressive. But yeah, that came down to the battleships. Just the Ohio's being able to make plays through the middle of the map, and the two Yamatos being on the same flank, not really being able to do much, despite the fact that they had, like, Moskva, Des Moines, and just the Moskva and Des Moines pushing them, and they couldn't punish it despite being able to march the bows. Like, they did punish, like, the Ohio's through the bows eventually, but, like, they won the battleship trades. It's just they couldn't do anything once they had the remaining battleship advantage, because they'd lost too much in other places. Like, the amount, like, when I saw them smoking the Moskva up to the middle island at the start and being matched with the Des Moines being smoked up there, it's like, the Moskva, if it's there, could have made the plays. Like, it could have, like, joined in with the crossfiring and made an advancement at some point. The Des Moines, once he's there, it's like, yeah, you're holding it down, but, like, you're not going to be able to get DPM onto anything. Nothing's going to cross in front of you anyway. And even if it does, you're not going to be in range of it. Like, it was very vulnerable. You couldn't have done the same thing. Well, you could have, but a Moskva in that same position would have punished a lot harder the battleship crossing it than the Des Moines did. It would have required both battleships to actually push, and then you have, like, the Yamato is going to be firing a lot more firepower. Because, I don't know. Hi, can we cast this, please? No. Get out. I am. Do. Right, let's go on to game 3. So, game 3, Warrior's Path. This map I haven't really seen very much of, and what little I have seen of it, it appeared to be a complete and utter clusterfuck. Like, just throw Des Moines at it, throw Salem's at it. Like, this map is brawly. You probably see something trying to push down the one line across the open, and like just watching long range trades. Probably see a Kleber or something anchoring up in the island in the air cap. But I don't know. It's just like I haven't seen enough of this to I haven't seen enough competitive on this map, but at least not in a 9v9 format to be able to give you a good analysis of it. Obviously, I've seen it in clan battles, but we use a different cap layout. This, I don't know. This could go a lot of ways. I've seen in CIS, I saw some interesting Des Moines positions, and we didn't see this at all yesterday when we were casting games. So, that'll be a favorite. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of islands you can use. You can force Des Moineses and Klebers and Ohio's of weird directions. You can force a Kremlin or a GK in a weird direction if you really wanted to, I suppose, but... yeah. Looking forward to it. Meanwhile, I'm just going to let Killabin know that I'm probably going to be late for his game. Apparently all of the streamers who, like, you know, didn't get a game 3 are now currently in here waiting in the wall. Yeah, we're just waiting on players to get shuffled around. Right, let's back to best 3. So, can we just take a moment to appreciate the artwork that is TWA's logo, or BANCV's logo? You've got, like, you got a unicorn shit in a rainbow. You've got creation of man. You've got a guy in a bush with a paintbrush or a torch. Meanwhile, yoink. Concern frog, people happy, people sad, people hug, Tech W, you know, just absolute artwork has gone into these team logos. Assuming this game is going to start at some point soon. Alright, we're seeing players readying up now. That's nice. That's an improvement. VLX getting swapped in for BANCV. Oh, for Kinney mod. Thriver getting swapped out as well. Or Point. Wait, no. Point also getting swapped out. Lots of people are getting swapped out. Just doing a full-on shuffle. Full-on shuffle. RNG Sama coming back in. Change is getting swapped out. They're just moving players around just to confuse everybody. That's what it is. They'll just confuse everybody. If they just move the players around, they can't possibly make a counter strat for it. It's genius. Why have I never thought about this? Do they know the secret of, like, if you bring a player in what order and what position they spawn in? Okay, there we go. The lineup for TDO is sorted. YOINK have all 9 of their players. We're just waiting on the players to ready up their ships. 1 person for TWA to go, and 2 people from YOINK to go, and then we'll get into game 3 on this Fiesta map. Still waiting on those 3 players to ready up. I don't know why I'm singing the Mario theme tune. Please don't DMCA me, Nintendo. Please. Please don't DMCA me. I don't want to be DMCA'd. I don't like being DMCA'd. Being DMCA'd sucked. Right, everybody BANCV is ready. Just waiting on 2 YOINK players to ready up. So, gonna have a look. We show you the tournament scene. See what's actually going on here. Hang on. Who's been winning? Refresh. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, refresh. 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 Reload. There we go. Alright, TWA BANCV 1-1. TTKQ gone 2-0 over Spuds. ORN gone 2-0 over Sneck. Goodbye, Sneck. This is no longer a Sneck install tournament. Sorry. 1-1 Torres Liu. 2-0 Oh Boy over LBF. Extreme 1-0 over Shen. No Cap 1-0 over IRN. I think that's all the games that we got so far. Still waiting on it. Alright, both teams are ready, finally. And off we go. Into Game 3 of BANCV versus YOINK. First round of the group stage double elimination. Let's see. I hope I have the team names the right way around. I don't even know. Let's find out. BANCV Alpha Spawn. BANCV going to be running Republique for Angelstone, Kremlin for Darth Fenning, Goat Wizard in Des Moines, Nevsky for Sneaky Snack, Blood Legend and Kinemod, Striver and Velex in Gear Rings, and Orangey Sama in the Kleber. They're going to be met by Yamato for Toshka, Kremlin for Isle of El Snackman, Mono in the Des Moines, Venezia for Tobar, Climax in the Moskva, Darren for CVs in a fine state, Double Kleber, and a Grozovoy for Tambo. Their names are much harder to pronounce. Bloody Germans. Alright, let's see. So, probably going to be seeing... Actually... Nevsky... Yeah, going to be seeing Nevsky Gearing smoke combinations. So, like, there appears to be a lot of debate about whether Haragumo Gearing or Yuyang is the most effective smoke blob cruiser to go with the Nevskys. Looks like BANCV are firmly in favor of the Gearing going with it. But I suppose if the Gearing ever gets banned, you just throw in Yuyang or Haragumo in instead. And we're going to get a restart. Yay! Imagine thinking we were going to get into a game. No. Alright, back to the next map scene as we get back into the game. How dare somebody crash? Technical difficulties, chat. Sorry about that. We are having technical difficulties right now. Almost got everybody back into the room. Hopefully you'll be able to ready up. Hopefully you'll be able to get into Game 3 of this best of 3 series and the first of the double elimination brackets. Right, there we go. I have Game 3. Game 3 of BANCV versus TWA is now in BANCV versus TWA. BANCV versus YOINK. Jesus Christ. Right, we're going to be seeing Angel Stone, the Reaper Bleak, Darth Henning in the Kremlin, Goat Wizard in Des Moines, Nevsky from Blood Legend, Kenny Mod and Sneaky Snake, Shriver in the gearing, VLX in the gearing, and the Colbert for RNG Sama. That's this team. And then, meanwhile, for YOINK, we're going to be seeing Yamato for Torshka, I Love El Snackman in the Kremlin, Des Moines for Mono, Venezia for Tovar, Climax in the Moskva, Daring for CVs in a fine state, Flaxa in the Kleber, MKY Biz in the Kleber, and a Grozovoy for Tambo. There we go. That wasn't that complicated, was it? Germans. So, as I was saying earlier, before we had to do the restart, gearing, we're probably going to be seeing as the smoke blob for Nevsky's. Deciding to use the gearing instead of a Haraguma or a Yu-Yang for reasons. Yeah, if the gearing ever gets banned, you can just, like, use your Yu-Yang or your Haraguma as a replacement for it. The bans for this game, if you want a reminder, were Z52 was banned by BANCV, and the Conqueror was banned by YOINK. Alright, we're going to see the Colbert going to be marching up this island chain, going to get himself into B-Cap quite early on. Either going to park up here or here, probably. But it looks like they're just going to give this cap for free by the look of it. No interest in absolutely stopping that. Angel Stone, the Reaper Bleak, going to be forcing his way through at some point, I guess. That's an interesting choice. I haven't seen any Reaper Bleaks in the tournament so far. Because it's caught in 32 million. But I suppose with the Conqueror being banned, and with the Thunderer being banned, there's, you know, like, the Reaper Bleak's free to play. Like, you know, what are they going to do about it? They're not going to spam HE at it. Like, Kremlin and Yamato HE is not really the end of the world. I mean, Yamato does overmatch 32, but that's not the point. 32? I can't do it. Never stop, that's not. Right, so we're going to see the Colbert Flax are going to be getting to the A-Cap first, going to be parking himself up behind this island, going to be trying to keep this gear from getting in there, so we're going to be taking both the A and the B-Caps, we're going to be sending the Daring in for CVs in fine state as well, just to, like, you know, make doubly sure if any DD is in here that they can force them out and take it and possibly get a kill. The one from Goat Wizard is going to be radaring both of them, but I don't think anybody has shots to reset it. Like, the Nevskys are too far away to do anything about it. Though, we do see this Nevsky of Blood Legend manage to get a reset onto the CVs in a fine state, but you still have the Kleber capping, so yeah, not going to delay too much. Might be 1 or 2 points difference. Does get the shots into... Oh, gets the resets onto the Kleber as well. You know, it's every reset, everything helps, I suppose. The Kleber from Flaxa takes A cap. So, again, this 4 DD strat. Like, they're making this little front line of 4 DDs, yeah? And then you have the Moskva and the Venezia just as a do not pass go point here. They're just kiting. They're just like, alright, we're going to control these 2 caps. Push into us. We dare you. That's their plan. So the Nevsky of Kinnymod being smoked in by VLX's gearing. Along with Mono going to be taking shots into the broadside of the Nevsky, but he's angling in just enough. Now, the thing about the Kleber is it doesn't really have the long-range torpedo threat that the gearing does. So you're not expecting going to see like long-range torpedoes into the smoke screens. So they're going to be having a hard time dealing with this Nevsky in the smoke screen, apart from with the Grozovoy. The Grozovoy is an interesting choice. We don't really see very much of it. It's really good at long-range DPM. It does have a heal, like the Daring. So that's your long-range torpedo threat, I suppose, but it's not my first choice. Yeah, as we see the Nevsky and the gearing combination, slowly trying to gain map control with his Doom Snail. Then they'll finally be able to push something into the A cap. Probably the Kremlin. They'll probably use the Kremlin of Darth Henning to just get the cap. He has to worry about the Grozavoy at some point, though. But yeah, see, this Kremlin of Isle of El Snackman, backed up by the Daring and the Kleber, like, getting anything into here. Like, this Kremlin at some point can just walk up and slap Goat Wizard in the face if he doesn't have anything screening for him. So, Angel Stone has to stay relatively back, just as a preventative measure. They are going to use RNG Salmon to take the C cap, but they're not interested in any push yet just now. They can take it later on once RNG Salmon, if RNG Salmon decides to leave. He's just going to be waiting for the radar to come so the Venezia doesn't slap him, then he can leave. We are going to see MKY Biz is rotating over to that cap with the Moskva pushing up as well. So they might see a play here soon. Wait to see if the radar comes out. The double Nevsky train over at A cap is slowly pushing forward as well. They do manage to get some chunks onto Flaxer. We have, well, a mild case of peace. We do have two Nevskys raining down death upon him, Yamato, so there is that. Fire. They're just gonna force this Yamato back a little bit. It's gonna be, Darth Henning does manage to take a couple of torpedoes on the way into that cap. That's very painful. But he is in the cap. The only thing that can reset him right now is this Kleber. The Kleber is opening up, which is rather brave. Although the smoke screen has expired for the two Nevskys, so if they want to take shots at the Kleber in return, they have to worry about the Yamato, who was just fired, so maybe not worry that much. Waiting for the next smoke screen to be ready from Velex, so they can disengage from this. But yeah, the Kleber is the Kleber can dodge quite well, but two Nevskys at 15 kilometers should be able to land more than a few hits and do more than a fair bit of damage to them. Just coordinate with it. Right, you aim too far, I'll aim too short. One of us is going to hit him by accident. But yeah, Flaxer down to 50% health. Darth Henning still hasn't got the cap because he's still being reset. The Des Moines and the Yamato are both trying to get the resets on him as well. He's suffering. Now the Grozavoy, he has to be very careful. Like, this Grozavoy can, like, YOLO Darth Henning if he really wants to. The Nevskys, like, aren't in a position to stop him. Or do we just hold out for Henning to push out and then just torpedo him then? Because meanwhile, all this while, they are taking B cap and they are taking C cap as well with their Kleber. So this Nevsky push, like, yeah, they're gaining map control, but they're gaining map control over our cap, and at the same time, they are being out-rotated over on this end. Single fire tips to single fire tips to the mind of Goat with it. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. TV's in a fine state. They're going to be doing the Austin Powers in this little channel here. Going to ever given himself. Oh, but meanwhile, Mono, what trunked you? Is it just the two advancing Nevskys? Is that where all your health went? Or did you get a sneaky shot from a Republic from across the map? I think we know the answer to that question. Yeah. Let me a Republic. Angel Stone deciding, you know what, I could probably hit that Des Moines. Yeah, I could definitely hit that Des Moines. And now he has a Henning to worry about as well. And here comes more. Is that a dead Des Moines? No, misses. Misses again. Probably firing blind right now. Tambor in the Grozavoy going to be engaging RNG Sama in the Kleber. Now, at this range, the Kleber easily wins this trade. The Grozavoy is going to dump some torpedoes. Sama's probably, too experienced to take those. Yeah, he's just going to turn back around. Grozavoy dropping a smoke screen. RNG Sama dropping some torpedoes towards the smoke screen. He's just going to accelerate straight past those. He could be fine. Meanwhile, the Des Moines is currently being radared, so we expect to see some more shots from Angel Stone any second. Wait, he's not being radared. I'm just watching his hydro pulse. Wait, did I see his brigade radared? I'm very confused now. Oh yeah, he did get radared. Here's the shots. Left turret too short, right turret too far. Torpedoes. Are these going to hit the gear? No. I mean, you could accelerate into these torpedoes quite easily right now. You don't... Oh. Not going to lie. You should be able to dodge in between them, even if he gets caught out unawares by it. There we go. So Des Moines currently, like, his days are numbered. The Nevskys are trying to get this angle to finish him off. The Republic's trying to get the angle to finish him off that way. More shots coming in, trying to just blind fire him out of there. They know exactly where he is. They just can't hit him. Oh, there we go. One shell onto him. Down to 2,000 health.
The enemy is about to win.
Back over at this cap. Blood Legend and the Nevsky being farmed down by the Venezia once again. So the Venezia's out trading. Oh, but he has been putting a bit of number onto Climax in the Moskva. But yeah, Blood Legend can't hold off these 3 ships on his own. Gotta give that cap up. Goat Wizard in the Des Moines and the Clavera RNG Sama. Look like they might be trying to posture for a play on to B at some point soon. Should be able to dodge these torpedoes. Yeah, once again, the maneuverability of the Clavera just goes straight through them. Now we have a single fire set of torpedoes as well. Going to be converging towards the bow of the Goat Wizard, along with a crossfire from the Yamato, but I think he just turns left and he dodges everything. Or he turns right. He wants to get a shot onto the... He wants to get a shot on Mono's Des Moines. Just manages to avoid the torpedoes. And getting his broadside slapped. The Des Moines of Mono does finally go down. But now we have a slight problem. Slight problem being the Yamato has a crossfire angle on him. And the Kremlin is ready and ready to go. Goat Wizard manages to dodge that salvo. But in the background we see the Nevsky going down. So the Nevsky managed to get farmed down by the Moscow and Venezia combo. We see Darth Henning pushing forward, backed up by Sneaky Snack in the Nevsky, and Kinimod in his Nevsky is being smoked further forward by Felix. The Grozovoy and the Kleber both managed to get themselves surrounded. Crossfire in from Goat Wizard and Orangey Sammer as well. Sambo being forced to retreat in his Grozovoy. Focus fire is all going on in the Grozovoy. They're not going to touch the Kleber just yet. Double fire onto the stern. The Kleber fires his torpedoes. He's like, you know what? You don't need to go just let me dump these torps first. Then you can go. And he watches as it goes down. Now the shot's going onto the Kleber instead. Blacks are going to be taking heavy fire, but I think he might dark now. But he is going to be pushing directly into the VLX's gearing, so you get respotted quite soon. Angel Stone and the Republic probably going to be going ramming speed, trying to take down El Snackman. Here comes a single fire torps. These might be getting hydro by the Des Moines. I'm not entirely sure. Kleber, the Kleber taking down Shriver in the gearing. Oh, he just got ran down. He just got ran down. Right, these single fire torps towards the Republic didn't land. There is another set though. Now we see have RNG Sammer and the Kleber going to be taking the YOLO. Black set in his Kleber getting shot at maximum range by Goat Wizard. If you take this down, then he can join in this, whatever the hell this is. Daring of CVs are in a fine state. Sat there ready, waiting to try and take down RNG Sammer. RNG Sammer going to try and, like, pump out some damage. But he's going to be... Oh, yeah. Moskva, Venezia, Daring, all waiting with those salvos. Now Angel Stone's got himself into an interesting position. Like, the Daring's torpedoes will be on cooldown, but he has to go broadside across Climax and decide which of these 2 ships he wants to blap. Either the Daring or the Moskva. We see the Nevsky, Kremlin, Nevsky gearing should be joining this fleet soon. Goat Wizard does cap B, so BANCV do have control over 2 caps, but they are down on points even with these 2 caps. They need C cap or some kills. The Kleber from MKY Biz is gonna be sneaking around the back, trying to find a nice little play on a Goat Wizard or Angel Stone. Right now we have a Mexican standoff going on. The focus fire is onto the Climax Moskva. A VLEX sneaking up. We have the Nevsky of Kinimod sneaking up. We have the Kremlin of Darth Henning sneaking through. We have Sneaky Snack sneaking snacks. The battle line is being drawn, and the battle line appears to be here. So, do not pass this line or somebody dies. We're not sure who's going to die, but people are going to die. Nice single fire tops coming towards Angelstone. Going to force him forward a bit. TV's in a fine state. Just sat there. He's like, I would like to go top you, but also I don't want to get slapped. So I'm just gonna silently wait here. But he has to keep his guns locked in this position, ready to, like, his guns have to be here, just in case this daring tries. Which means that the Kremlin of El Snackman, or Isle of El Snackman, or the Moskva can just, like, one of them can get an angle. This, ready, waiting to ambush as well. This is all teetering on a knife edge. We're about to see a brawl. Who makes the first move? Technical Bear makes the first move. Forces Angelstone forward. Angelstone shoots for the bow of the Kremlin, doesn't really do much. Moskva has the broadside of the Republic. Chunk an AP into his broadside. Daring of Velek's going to be taking a couple of shots at the Daring just to try and force him back. Torpedoes towards the stern of the Republic from the Colbert should be dodged. Isle of El Snackman going to be reversing on out of there. He knows what happens when a BANCV, but a BANCV battleship comes charging towards him. He's going for ramming speed.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
See the torpedoes from the gearing onto the Kremlin, who's going to be trying to turn just to try and get in between these all. And now we have an awkward situation. He turns back. The Daring's like, ah, oh, crap. Oh, never mind. The game ended. BANCV lose. I didn't even see the points. YOINK go 2-1 over BANCV. So BANCV getting relegated to the losers bracket of this double elimination round. And, yeah. I'm being pinged by people in the tech support channels. Like, motherfucker, I'm busy, live. I'm streaming. Sorry. All right, so like, let's see. Well, basically, well played by YOINK. They just got more point income. Yeah, they just won on points. Like they got the kill on the gearing. Like the Nevsky and the gearing got caught out over at the C cap, which meant they were running out of time. And then there was just a stalemate at B cap. Probably a lot of yelling was happening. I was expecting to see some sort of brawl, and the brawl just never came. The torpedoes didn't reach the Kremlin. The two Nevskys never managed to get into a position. Like, they pushed, but they couldn't do anything once they'd pushed. They'd already lost too much on the other flank. Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be moving on to the losers bracket. So I'm gonna just quickly put you onto the winner scene. The BANCV is not the winner. Sorry, BANCV. YOINK is the winner. YOINK is the winner. Update match. There you go. 2-1 to YOINK. I have to go try and find which game I was in. Might be the throw game. Right. Ready? Alright, I'm jumping at the throw game now. So be hosted by Kilobin. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. What was that noise I just heard in the port? Alright. Training rooms. Kilobin 34. Come on, let me fucking kill a bin. Go. Go versus Grey. Go. Right, looks like they're just getting ready for map 2. Hello. Hey. Go on map 1. Right, throw 1 map 1, so throw a 1-0 up. Right, so anyway, yeah. Right, so we have Throw versus Grey. Do we know what their bans were? Do we? Fuck. Right, no, didn't match. Let me just, like, reset. Oh, God. There's no easy way to reset this. You just have to, like, kind of, like, do this. Alright, let me go find the picks and bans. 11. Cast, blah, 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 blah. Throw. Oh, God. Nope. Where's the throw game gone? Not completed, thank you. I want to see the throw game. Where's the throw game? Roll left. Throw.